Hey David, this is John, West Coast Connects. Jocelyn reached out to you guys the other day, wanted to have me send you this video over. I'm going to keep the video really short. It'll be anywhere from 6 to 8 minutes. But I'm just going to show you 3 things that you guys can do to improve customer traffic and flow to your site. So with that, I'm going to get started. The first thing that I recommend doing, the first tip, is to add content to your site. So content is anything that can be highlighted, whether that be text or pictures. And as you can see here, you just don't have a lot of content on this homepage. Typically, for most homepages, you want anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 words. And depending on your competition, you might want to increase that depending on what your competition has. So if your competition has 2,000 words, you might want to bump that up to 2,500. But the reason that is important is you can, in a 1,500 words, you can have like 15 keywords, 10 to 15 keywords there that Google can use to search for you and rank you. So you really want that content so that you can be searched and you can start building on those searches. Another thing with the content is these photos. When I go to save these photos, you want them saved as something that, like, Chiropractor Monument, Colorado, or something like that. And as you can see, they weren't saved as anything that'll help you in the search engine. So you definitely want these photos to be optimized with keywords saved as keywords. So that's very important. So that would be my first tip, would be to add content to your site so that you can hit some of the more keywords, and definitely save and optimize your photos. I went ahead and looked at your Google My Business as well, and you have a Google My Business up here, which is great. You have a Google review, which is great, but there's only one here. And really, there's two main factors that Google looks for in a Google My Business. They want more reviews, and they like to see photos and stuff like that. So you definitely want to increase both those. And with the increasing in the photos, you definitely want to add those keywords like we were talking about for the homepage. So definitely implement those photos with those keywords and increase those reviews. Whether you go out and ask your customers to fill out a review, maybe you start doing that in-house anytime someone's done. Maybe give them something that they can go back to the site and give you a review. But anything to add to those reviews, Google really uses that to boost up your rating. And really, a lot of people, when they're doing these searches, don't go past this map pack. So if they see Pinto Chiropractor, boom, I'm going to hit this website. So it's really important to get ranked. And then your website really goes with your map pack, so with your Google My Business. So the higher your website goes, if it's linked to your Google My Business, that usually goes up too. Realistically, what you want is you want to be on the first page in both, and as high as possible. If you're number one in both, that's fantastic too. So I went ahead and put you in Ahrefs. Ahrefs is a tool that SEO companies use to determine how strong a website is. And I'll go through this data for you so you kind of understand what it is. This is the strength of your website here. They use two factors, the URL factor and the domain rating factor. And these are on a scale from 0 to 100, and with 100 being the strongest. So as you can see, you're pretty low. Another thing that you want with these is you want them to be 1-to-1 if possible. So if the UR is an 8, you want the DR to be an 8 as well. So right now you're obviously there's some work that can be done, which is great. So here's some more information about this data. Referring domains refers to the amount of websites that refer back to your site. And as you can see here, you have 23 backlinks, which are linking back to your site from 6 domains. So there's 6 websites out there that have 23 links that are linking back to you. And your site is ranking for 23 keywords that you're in the top 100 in those 23 keywords. You're getting 11 hits a month, and this traffic value is how much money I would have to spend in Google Ads to get you to get the same type of traffic that you have. So I'd have to spend $68 in Google Ads to get the same amount of traffic that you currently have. I went ahead and brought up the traffic that you are getting, and most of the traffic you're getting is for your name. A lot of times, if people know your name and they're Google searching your name, I mean, they're already going to use you. What you want to rank for is things like Chiropractor Monument, Colorado.
As you can see here, they have 60 searches a month for chiropractor and monument, and you're not getting any traffic from it because you're in the 44th spot, which is like the 4th page. So you definitely want to increase your content so you can start picking up on some of these keywords. And that goes along with what we said in number 1. So number 2 would obviously was to optimize your business, and number 3 is to add to these referring domains and backlinks. And there's many different ways you can go out and get these, but they're not all the same. So like if I got a link from Facebook, it would be much more powerful than a new site because they're one of the most powerful websites out there. So if I got a link from Facebook, it's going to give me more power than a brand new site. So you definitely want to find sites with authoritative content that are strong that'll link back to your site. And it just takes time and a lot of work and energy, and you have to know what you're doing. So, but that'll definitely boost up your power, which will increase your place in. So you definitely want to do that. I went ahead and Googled Chiropractor Monument, Colorado, and as you can see here, your name doesn't show up in the map pack, and you're not on the first page. So I was looking at your competition, and you have 100% chiropractor or chiropractic, and you see they have quite a bit of content here. It looks like they've had some news stuff done, which can be done for your site as well. We can put out a news release or something like that to add to your site. It's not that big a deal, but their site is doing pretty good. They're number 1 in the organic listings. And then you have Parkview. Again, same thing, quite a bit of content here. And then you have All for Health. So those are all for your health. So those are the 3. I put them in Ahrefs as well. As you can see, this is a little bit higher than yours. A lot of their strength comes from their homepage. So they have locations throughout the country, so it's a strong website that's linking out. And then here's Parkview, very beatable. All these things are beatable, all your health. So you can definitely start ranking. But I would definitely use those tips. If you need any help, if you need me to do this for you, please reach out. My information is in the email. I'd love to work with you guys. But anyway, hope all is well. Have a great day, and God bless.